Hello everyone, it's your girl Lady Naomi. I'm here this week to do the Housewives of Atlanta review. Kim keeps spilling all Nene's tea, and Nene keeps talking about all these elephants in the room. Let's get started. So it starts out with Portia reading a script with her publicist, her agent, and all these people. I guess she has a part in the play. Two can play at that game. Also, Vivica Fox and a host of other famous cast stars are going to be in it with her. We see how that goes. She seemed to do pretty well at it. She needs to work on her acting a little bit more. Sometimes if you have a pretty face, sometimes you don't necessarily have to be a great actor. You know what I mean? So, Sheree meets Kim at this restaurant. Kim's titties is hanging all out of her dress, honey. All out of her outfit. I mean, we understand you got some big ass massive implants and all this and all that, but I'm gonna need you to strap those bitches down, honey. She literally looked like a porn star walking into the restaurant. I was ashamed for her. Literally, her whole titty was hanging out except for her nipple. Okay, Kim, we all know you got surge from head to toe. We all know you snatched, laid, filleted, honey, pulled, and surgically modified, honey. We all know that. But baby, you don't have to show all your titties like that, honey. I was embarrassed for her, no shade, okay? So she goes in there, and they sit down, they kiss each other, and they start gossiping, honey. Now, Kim, this is the reason why they ran her off the last time. Kim liked to tell people's business. Kim liked to run her mouth a little bit. But she did have some good tea, bitch. Kim spilled the tea, this thing. Let's get into it, girl. So Kim talked about Candy. Now, Candy, it's so funny because Candy doesn't strike me as this big freak. Candy, everybody's girls keep saying that Candy wanted to have threesomes with her. Candy allegedly has threesomes with Todd and random strippers and random people around the way. I guess that's how she keeps spicing her marriage. Candy is very sexually fluent. That's what they say, allegedly, honey. This is all alleged. This is all what people putting out there. But she said, Kim said Candy asked her to lick her coochie, honey. Baby, didn't Portia say the same thing? Girl, And then she also spilled this tea, but let's get into this right here. So Nene was supposed to meet them. So they called Nene and they was like, Nene, where you at? We waiting on you, girl. They were talking nice about Nene at first. Nene called, she was like, Nene they started, oh, y'all didn't get the memo, I'm not coming, because there's a lot of elephants in the room. It's one elephant I gotta deal with you, Sheree, and there's another elephant there's a lot of elephants I gotta deal with you, Kim, and we'll talk about this soon, but I'm not coming, bye, and she hung up the phone. So then, Kim felt some type of way, so Kim spilled this tea, honey, okay? Kim said Brielle went over her new house when she got her new house, baby, and posted a thing. I think it was on Twitter. I'm not sure what social media site, so don't cut me if I tell you the wrong one. Posted a video and said that Nene bathroom had roaches in it, bitch.
Say what?
And they were like big roaches. They wasn't little roaches. These were big roaches. Now, this is all alleged now. We don't know if it was really her bathroom. We don't know if it was just Kim's messy ass daughter, because Brielle is messy just like her mother, okay? She's a messy little girl, honey. Okay, so we don't know if this was really Nene's bathroom. We don't know if they were doing it just throw shade at her, but she had cameras, she had receipts, she had the footage, honey, and she posted this on Twitter or one of those websites, honey, and that's one of the reasons why I think internally Nene ain't feeling Kim anymore, honey, okay, because that got out there. We don't know how true it is, girl, but it was some good DMT, and she was reading Nene for filth, honey, talking about that she was acting strange at the party like she was on some type of drugs, honey. What is up with these people with this drug stuff? They always alleging somebody's on drugs and drugging people and stuff like that. Honey, those girls need to get a real job and need to do something else with their life, especially Kim ass, honey, because she don't do nothing but sit home and collecting these checks from Bravo, honey. Okay? I guess that's a cute coin, whatever. So Cynthia is doing a back to school drive, book drive. So everybody's donating books for this cause and stuff like that. At the Bailey agency, Kenya shows up. Nene FaceTimes and you know, congratulates her on the whole thing. It says, I'm inviting you to the elephant room, honey, because there's a lot of elephants in the room. So I guess it's this place called the Elephant Room, and we'll get to that a little later. Excuse me. We'll get to that a little later. And congratulates her on it all, on all that. So she hangs up with Nene. Will walks in bearing gifts, you know, brought some books and stuff like that, whatever. And so he says, well, I'm leaving. I'm coming to see you because I'm going out of town. I'm going to Brazil with work and stuff like that. Okay. So all this and all that. And then Kenya says, well, you know, Brazil, a lot of girls, everybody in Brazil body is perfect, honey. And, you know, prostitution is legal in Brazil, which I didn't know, honey. Prostitution is legal in Brazil, so that was put out there. He was like, I'm going to look at the giant Jesus statue, and I've seen that Jesus statue. It is really big. I wish I could go to Brazil and look at it because I heard it's amazing to be there. But anyway, that's how that ended and stuff like that. I like Will for I don't know. People think he's being an opportunist. We got to see where this goes, guys. So we go to Sheree's house. Sheree's son walks in. He's down from college for a couple of days. I guess they must have had the holiday off or some holiday off or whatever. He brings groceries. They start cooking on the grill. Then Sheree gets a phone call from her boyfriend in jail. Okay, Tyrone. And so she quickly kind of like sequesters herself in a little area. She tries to hide her relationship from her kids, which is so strange to me because she's been without their father for like 10 years. Like, why are you still running around like a little schoolgirl, hiding your relationships from your children? You're not with their father anymore. She says, well, my kids haven't seen me with anybody else other than their father. It's been 10 years, Sheree. It's okay for you to get married. It's okay for you to get some dick, okay? Even though she ain't get no dick because he locked up. But anyway. But anyway, she will be getting it soon, okay? She'll be getting it soon. So they also talked about Nene calling him an opportunist. Okay, that word to be thrown around a lot. And he's a con artist and stuff like that. And he said Nene's irrelevant and stuff like that. And he said we just need to focus on us too, which they need to just focus on them too. I hope this works out good. I mean, I've been there before. I've dated a few people that was in jail. It didn't work out good. I'm just saying, they use you for money. They use you to collect their phone, collect phone calls. They use you as a pen pal because it can get quite lonely in there, I hear. So we'll see where this goes. Some of them does come to fruition. Sometimes they do come out and they marry the girl they've been writing and stuff like that. But what I've seen from it over the years, it doesn't work out that way. So my heart goes out to Sheree, and I hope this comes to fruition for her. Okay, so she hangs up the phone, then she asks her son, how's your sex life, how's your love life? And he says, I should be asking you the same thing. So she gets really awkwardly quiet when he says that to her. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like awkward. This is to watch. And you like for like almost a whole minute, he's like, you know what? I don't even want to know no more. And they just laughed about it and stuff like that. I just don't understand why is she so nervous about that with her son. Like, he's like 18, 19 years old. You can talk to your son about that. Sheree, you need to grow up. You need to get it. Girl, please. Okay, you grown. Okay, get some dick. Or date who the hell you want to date. So Nene invited all the girls to the elephant room, honey. It's an energy reader / psychic / medium, okay? I forget the lady's name, honey, but it's irrelevant, really. No shade to her. All the girls get there. Now, Sheree, Kim, and Portia arrive. They all meet at Sheree's house. They all go together. All of a sudden, they just big. They all tight. They all cool. They all in love with one another. Girl. And the other girls are there. The energy reader has them all surrender their phones at the desk. They talked about, before Portia, Kim, and Sheree get there, they talked about how Candy grilled Will about, you know, dating Cynthia, because, you know, we all know Cynthia is very fragile and she's a sweetheart and stuff like that. We just don't want nobody to take advantage of her, right, guys? So, they mean well when they're trying to protect Cynthia in that aspect. So the other girls walk in. Now, Kim's the only one that don't want to surrender her phone, okay? Kim is the only one that don't want to surrender her phone. Talking about, I got 6 kids at home. The energy reader was like, so do I. I got 6 kids at home too. And Brielle's 20 years old. She could watch the damn kids, honey. Okay, like Kenya said. Kenya was getting very, very upset with Kim, and I won't necessarily say it's because of their past, what they had going on in the past. I won't necessarily say that. Kim was being very rude, very disrespectful. She was not participating the way she should have. She already came in with her guard up. She already came in with all types of defenses and wards and walls up, and security perimeters up around it, honey. She did not want to surrender her phone. And while the lady was talking, she was on her phone, texting and stuff like that. Her and Portia's holding hands, being very rude. The energy readers going around the table, and reading everybody and stuff like that. And she what I've seen, she was pretty accurate and stuff like that. And then she when it came to Kim was being very disrespectful. Kenya bust out and said, you know what, if you're not gonna participate, you might as well just leave. You came in here with a very nasty attitude. You're being very disrespectful. So she read her for filth. She read her down, honey, and Kim wasn't really saying anything. She said she wasn't gonna let Kenya get under her skin and stuff like that. And Kenya brought up a very interesting point, because the reason, and then it came up like, why don't them two get along? And Kenya was like, I came into it with an open mind. I came into this whole thing with an open mind, trying to be cordial to her. But last year, if we warp last year to Sheree's house opening, now she was working on Chateau Sheree for what, 7 to 8 years, and Kenya and her had a very, very friendly competition going about whoever finished it first. They had to donate some money to some charity or something like that. I think it was something along those lines and stuff like that. So they had a friendly competition going. So when Kenya went in the house, she was throwing shade, just like when Sheree went in Kenya's house. She was critiquing everything, talking about she had no baseboards, she had no tile, and all that, honey. If you remember that. So when Kenya went to her house, she was critiquing her house, and she had an unfinished basement. You can't have an open house and say that your house is finished when your basement still has plywood up on the walls, no shade, all tea. Kenya was right. So Kim, being Sheree's friend, tried to put her 2 cents in, and they got into a fierce reading session. They read each other for filth. They read each other down, honey, okay? Baby, they read each other for filth, honey, okay? Those girls were at it, you hear me? So that's why they don't get along now. And Kim is still harboring those feelings, because Kenya can read now. Kim can read, but Kenya read her kind of fears too, okay? And when she said your man don't got no damn job, baby, that was it, baby. It was nothing else. It was nothing else Kim could say after that, baby. When Kenya last year said your man don't even have a fucking job, honey, they let him go. The football team he was on allegedly let him go, honey. So he is currently unemployed. So they living off those Bravo checks, honey. But anyway, that was a sidebar. That was some information for you girls that don't know about last season. But anyway, let's get back to the elephant room, honey. So they, she was basically saying that, and Kenya was kind of ignoring them. And the lady kind of said what? She said something, I guess she's like a medium or spiritual kind of druid, as you would say. And she was like, can I go outside? She said, can I reread you? Can we start over? I get outside and get some branches or some leaves and something like that. I guess she was going to cast some type of spell. And Kim was like, no, I don't allow you to do that and stuff like that. And the lady just got very frustrated and left and walked away, because Kim was like, I've been read by Tyler Harry, which is a very young psychic. If anybody watches him, he's a very young psychic, but he's one of the most accurate psychics. I think he's only like 21 or 22 years old. Very accurate psychic. And also it's the medium, the Hollywood, what's her name? The capoodle lady with the hair. I think she said read her too. And and then there's another lady that she went to that said that she was gonna be having babies, and it came to fruition that she had many children afterwards, so it was pretty accurate as well. So she said she went to all these people, and she doesn't believe in her because they didn't have to do all that hocus pocus with the candles and the incense and all that other stuff. So that's what Kim was basically saying about it. So the lady got up and walked away, to make a long story short, because she was frustrated with Kim. Kim was being a little rude. Kim wasn't being nice at all. So she got a little frustrated about it, guys, which I understood. Okay, so then Candy said, let me take over. So Candy took over, And they started saying, you know, why don't you, that's when she asked, why don't you two get along and stuff like that, because Kenya was kind of going back and forth with her a little bit like that. So that all came out. And then they all said, you know what, this ain't gonna work out. This ain't gonna work out, you know. No, all the elephants, no elephants was addressed in the room and stuff like that. So they basically left. And then she asked Kim to stay behind. And so Kim asked Nene, was you on drugs? Because you was acting a little spaced out at the party that day, at your white party that day. And she also apologized to Nene for throwing stuff at the party, because you know she broke glass and stuff like that, if you remember correctly. She broke glass, she was cutting up at the party, she started to fight with Kenya, she was destroying stuff and all that stuff at the party, guys. So basically how that ended, and she asked Nene, was she on drugs? And she was like, not hard drugs, but was you on a Valium or something like that, Percocet, something like that? And Nene was like, no, only drugs I was on was some vodka, honey. So that's what she basically said. So it ended there, guys. It was a very short episode. It was very stupid. I mean, I understand that Nene was trying to bring everybody there. I think if Kim would have participated, it would have went a little different. I would love to have seen the lady read everybody and see how where it went. But it just didn't go anywhere. It was kind of like a silly episode to me, guys. But that's basically my take on it, okay? I'm sorry if I missed some stuff, but that's my take on it anyway, girls. Guys and girls, this is your girl, Lady Naomi. Like and subscribe to me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Bye-bye, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.